Hello everyone, welcome to Marlin Chess Kids. Today I'll show you the gameplay by Boris and Constantin, and this beautiful game complete in 27 moves. And let's see how the game play. The game start with the pawn to e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, d4. And after this, the black capture the pawn, c takes d4. Then the knight capture back again the pawn, knight takes d4, and here the black move knight to f6, knight to c3, continue. And here d6 was played. And here you can see that this is the first 5 move. And in this position, the white is slightly better as you have the center knight. Then the game continue with bishop to g5, trying to attack the knight. And here the black play e6, as if you capture the knight, you can use the queen to capture it back. Then the white play queen to d2, and this also allows the king to go for a long castling. So after this, a6 was played and the white go for a long castling. Then the black continue to develop by playing a bishop to d7. After this, f3 was played, trying to protect the pawn. And here the knight just capture the center knight. Knight takes d4 and queen capture it back. After this, bishop to e7. The white is still a bit slightly better because you have a queen in the middle of the board and you have the rook controlling the d file. As you see, if you use the bishop to capture, the bishop capture, then the queen you can just capture the pawn. You'll be winning a pawn at d6. And at this position, the black is much overloaded to protect the pieces. So the game continue with white play h4, trying to attack on the king side. And if you assume that the king will castling to king side, then this pawn will have a very strong activity to attack in the king side. Then the game continue with the queen to c7, and now g4 was played and prepared to attack at the king side. After this, h5 from the black, and now the pawn g just capture the pawn. Then the rook capture back, and here f4 was played, trying to push the pawn. And this is a protect from the pawn, and you have a very solid structure with this 3 pawn, and much of the board is being controlled by the white. Then bishop to c6, trying to attack the pawn. And here the rook to h3, trying to bring up the rook. After this, the black play queenside castling, a long castling. And after this move, this is the first 15 move, and now the position become equal. Then the game continue with a pawn to a4, and now the white trying to attack on the queen side. After this, d6 was played from the d5 was played from the black to push the pawn forwards, and you're trying to attack the pawn at e4, and this allowed the rook to attack the queen. And after this move, the white play e5, trying to attack the knight. Then the game continue with the knight move to e4, trying to move the knight forward and bring the knight to the center of the board. After this knight, the white play a very nice sacrifice at this position by playing a knight to b5. And this is a knight sacrifice, and after this move, the pawn just capture a takes b5, and this is a bit tactical blunder as it gives black a better position. So here the white capture the bishop at e7. After capture the bishop, then the queen capture it back. Then here the pawn capture back the pawn at b5, and here the bishop just capture it back. And now at this position it become equal again. And here this is the first 20 move, and the position is equal. Then the game continue with a bishop takes b5, bringing up the bishop, and you have a controlling the square with the bishop, control this square, and now the queen can also come to a7 and continue to check the king, and also you can bring the rook to attack. So to prevent this, the black king just move to king b8 to prevent the queen goes to a7. And after this move, b4 was played to prevent the queen to check the king. Then here the black capture the pawn at h4, and now the rook to a3 to make this rule path indicate the rook critical path to play and win the game. And now the queen goes to a7 will be a winning move, and check the king and will be winning. And in the actual game, king c7 was played, and after this move, now the white continue to make another amazing move with a rook to a6, and this is another brilliant sacrifice. And if you capture the rook, then the white will be winning. For example, if you just capture the rook, and it will be made in 3, and the move will be queen to a7, continue check the king, and here you have no move for the king except to move king to c8, and after this move bishop to a6 continue to check the king. And here the only way to prevent is to block with the queen, and now the queen capture, it will be a nice checkmate. So back to this position. In the actual game, Rook B8 was played, and after this move, now queen to A7, and is now the white is clearly winning the game. And here the brilliant move will be the next sacrificing move by playing a rook to c6 and check the king. So in the actual game, the black move rook to c8, and after this move, now you have the winning move. I give a couple of seconds to find the winning move for the white to play in this game. Well, congratulations for those who found the idea, and for those who like to enjoy the show, here are the beautiful ideas that the white can continue to play. And in the actual game, the beautiful idea that the white play in this game is to make another sacrificing move by playing a rook to c6 and check the king. As you see, the pawn cannot capture the rook as it's being pinned, and from here you can see this rook move is very nice, from rook to from h1 to h3 to a3, then to a6, and finally check the king at c6. And after this move, the king to d8 was played, and in this position the white is clearly winning with a 13 plus in the value. So after this move, queen to a5 and check the king, and after this, and if you want to continue the game, just a block with the queen, and after block the queen, the rook will just capture, and after rook capture, it will be complete made in another 18 move or 17 move, and the white can just continue to check the king. After check, if you move the rook to prevent, then so here in this position, nothing much the black can do in the game. And back to this position, if you capture this free pawn, the white also will be winning by playing a queen to b6 and check the king. And the white will be winning in the next 6 move. As you see, nothing much the king can move, and your way is to play king to b8, and now the rook cannot be captured, and the white can just continue to check the king. The king have to move up to c8, then the queen can just continue to check the king, and this forces the king to move to c7, and the bishop is still controlling of the square with the pawn as well. So after this move, here comes another nice brilliant attack with the rook to c6, check the king. And after pawn capture, d takes c6. Now you have a queen to a7 check, a horizontal check, and with this the king have to move to c8. And here now you have the bishop check, and this force the king no place to move, and your way is to block with the queen. And here after queen capture, it will be a very nice checkmate. So back to this position again, and let's say if you take the rook, then the queen will just continue to check, and it will be winning the king. So the king to c8, then bishop capture, then queen just block, and it will be the same mate as the previous. So the only way to have a nice defensive move is to play a knight to c5, and this sacrifice back the knight. So if you capture the knight, then this will be a mistake because the pawn is attacking and win the rook, and at this moment the black will have a decisive advantage and win a piece in the action. So this knight defense is a very nice idea because the pawn is attacking the rook, and now the pawn cannot capture the knight. If you use the queen to capture, then the queen will just capture, and here if you capture back the queen, then the black will just capture back the rook, and this will give black the clearly better of winning the position. So therefore the knight c5 will be one of the best defense, and the only way to play after this will just be move the rook away from this position. So the interesting part of this game is this rook a3 strategy, and this strategy is a brilliant sacrifice and a brilliant checkmate in this game. And with this, thank you.